Live from the Heartland Mamas podcast studio, this is the Heartland Mamas podcast. I am your host, Heidi Henry. I know it's been a while. I've been really swamped with other projects, and you probably know that once again, I'm a candidate for the Illinois 75th House of Representatives, and I'm running at it hard right now. It's petition season. So if you're not out there carrying a petition for someone, get out there and start knocking doors. And if you want more information on that, just message me and I'll tell you how to get involved. As of today, we have 358 days to save our democracy. Literally save our democracy. We are teetering on the edge of fascism and our planet is on fire. So there's so much that we need to do as a community, a city, a state, a country, as neighbors and friends are swirling in a mist of tribalism that is tearing at the fabric of our existence. And we're approaching the holidays, and we all know how stressful that is. And things are often awkward at the holidays for a lot of people. A lot of people aren't happy at the holidays. It's a miserable time. For some of us like me, it's like, woohoo, it's the holidays. But I know a lot of people aren't like that. And all of this stress, this political stress, is going to add to your plate. And you need to make healthy decisions for yourself, mentally and physically and emotionally. And I want you to reflect on that. I would never advise somebody to stay away from your family or your friends, but I would advise you to do the things of self-care that you need to do to get through this holiday season. It's important for everyone to take a look at that. We need to understand that we're in a tribalistic time in our country, that it's dividing us, not our love for one another or distaste for one another, but the tribalism that is prevailing right now. Trump appeals to the lowest common denominator of human emotion, and that would be hate and fear and rage and depression and anxiety and aggression that has brought out the worst in some of the core members of our community and in our families. You have to understand that even though love is stronger than hate, that hate is primal and it's linked with fear, and those things together make it feel like it's impossible to push through. I'm sure you have felt that. Fear in our primal time kept us safe from the elements and from our enemies and from being prey as we evolved. It's easy to tap in, and it can dominate our thoughts and our actions unless we work through them and toward the future. Looking for a fearless, and in this case, feckless leader has made some people feel safe with Trump. We know that's the wrong path for our country. The calm and steadiness of our current leaders, our President Joe Biden, our Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, my Congresswoman Lauren Underwood, is a comfort to so many of us. We see, pardon me, I've got to look at my notes here. We see their thoughtful, forward thinking, and accomplishments as a guide to our future, to a greater vision and purpose than tribalism, than division, than silly, sullen thoughts that push people apart. In less than a year, our fate as a nation will be decided. We will either be a fascist theocracy with a vengeful authoritarian leader who has already stated that he will have people executed publicly for disobeying him, for not following his every whim and wish, for not believing in his gigantic lie of the 2020 election. And let's face it, that unhealthy, dysfunctional relationship is all that most of his followers know. It is their lived experience. We have to understand that people tap into what they know best. And if you know best dysfunction and discontentment and anger and fear, if that's been your lived experience, then you're going to follow that leader that you think identifies with you as well. And believe me, he does not. The man was born with a silver spoon in his mouth and was spoon-fed platinum nuggets all of his life. He has lied and cheated and stole his way to the very top of the world. And that is intolerable. It is intolerable that people fall for his lies over and over and over again, and that those lies and that those actions have polluted the very fabric of our existence as a country, as a nation, our communities, our families. The other decision we have to make is, will we continue to be led by a gentle, kind, thoughtful, intelligent man, a man that I have met and interviewed for this podcast face-to-face, and since his election face-to-face. I have found him to be kind and diligent and focused and bright and intelligent. My lived experience with people of his age is that they are wise beyond measure, that they have rowed their boat through very rocky waters, through very turbulent times, and have rowed it safely in the right direction and always gotten it to shore in one piece. And that is the leadership we have with Joe Biden. He's a steady hand on the tiller of democracy. He is older, yes, but also wise and tried and true. That's the leader we need for these times. The world's lived experience is that slow and steady wins the race. Thoughtfulness and grace are better than vengeance and bombast. Peace is far, far, far better than war. And hope is far better than hopelessness. Over these next 358 days, we'll discuss on this podcast and in your living rooms and all around not just this nation, but the world, how you can make a difference, how you can save our nation and our people, and therefore guide the world to a quieter, more peaceful time, a time with future and togetherness and all rowing the boat in the same direction. I will introduce you to candidates, including myself, who are running for office with purpose in mind. I'll introduce you to some wonderful guests that will bring insight and inspire you. I will teach you and tell you how you can help right from your own home, right from your living room, right from your kitchen table, right from your car if you like. And most of all, I hope to bring you the determination to never give up and never surrender our country to evil. From the edge of the Great Red Divide, this is Heidi Henry on the Heartland Mamas podcast. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.